Welcome back to another session in dentistry and more. Today we have the last session of dental anatomy, that is mandibular second premolar. Except maxillary and mandibular third molar, all teeth were explained in videos. You can check the playlist. So we'll start with mandibular second premolar. The numbering system, universal system, you have 20 and 28. This is mandibular left second premolar, and this is mandibular right second premolar. Next we have our Zygmonti-Palmer system. Zygmonti-Palmer system, we have 5 and 5, and the FTA system we have just 3 5 and 4 5. And while coming to the chronology, you have the first evidence of calcification by 2 to 2.5 years, then enamel completion by 6 to 7 years, then we have eruption by 11 to 12 years, and root completion by 13 to 15 years. Now we'll go back to our aspects, that is buccal to occlusal aspect. The first thing is the buccal aspect. Again, it is trapezoid in shape. The cervical side is short and occlusal side is long. The outline, mesial outline, is slightly concave till the mesial contact area, and the same with the distal contact area. And the mesial slope is shorter than the distal slope, or may be equal. And this buccal cusp tip is mesial to midline. This is almost like mandibular first premolar. Okay. Now similarly, the cervical ridge and buccal ridge. Two developmental grooves, mesial and distal, to the buccal ridge, and the root is cone-shaped with rare distal inclination of the apical third. While coming to the lingual aspect, similar to the buccal aspect but in a reverse manner, there may be 1 or 2 lingual cusps compared to the first premolar. These lingual cusps, that is shorter than the buccal cusp, and in case of 3 cusp type, the mesiolingual cusp is a larger one than the distolingual, and very little lingual convergence, and the 2 lingual cusps separated by a lingual developmental groove, and cervical line which is slightly convex or even straighter. Whereas the mesial outline, the rhomboid shape is there due to the lingual inclination, and similar to the first premolar but differs in wider buccolingual size, and the buccal cusp is just buccal to the root apex. The lingual cusps are well developed. The mesial marginal ridge is straight and perpendicular to the long axis, and there is no mesiolingual developmental groove. So in mandibular first premolar, I was saying there was a mesiolingual developmental groove which is very unique, and you can easily identify the mandibular first and second premolar with using that identifying feature, that is the mesiolingual groove on the root. But in second premolar there is no such groove. The root is longer than and with a blunt apex. The maximum convexity of the lingual outline is located at occlusal third. Whereas the distal aspect, it is similar to the mesial surface but differs in the distal marginal ridge, which is present more cervically, and the tips of both lingual cusps can be seen from distal side. And in 2 cusp type, that is a mesiolingual cusp is there, the distolingual developmental depression can be seen. Whereas the occlusal aspect, if it is a 3 cusp type, the geometric outline is more of a square, and it has 1 buccal cusp and 2 lingual cusps. So the arrangement of cusps according to the size: the buccal, the mesiolingual, then the distolingual. Okay, buccal, mesiolingual, then the distolingual. Every cusp has a triangular ridge and Y-shaped developmental groove separating these 3 cusps, and there is a central fossa present, central pit present, and mesial and triangular fossa is there. Mesial and distal triangular fossa is there, and also mesial and distal marginal ridge. So we were talking about the 3 cusp type, but the 2 cusp type, the geometrical outline is more of round, and there is lingual convergence. There is one buccal and one lingual cusp. There may be a transverse ridge which connects the buccal and lingual cusp, and the central developmental groove, or maybe a H or U shaped, and the surface has many supplemental grooves, and mesial distal fossa are more like rounded. Okay. So this mandibular second premolar, the occlusal anatomy has more feature, because some times the lingual side has 2 cusps. In those cases it will be more like a square, otherwise it will be a round one. Okay. So that was all about mandibular second premolar. So we are winding up the dental anatomy sessions with regard to the tooth anatomy. From maxillary central incisor, we finished maxillary second molar and mandibular central incisor to maxillary molars. So all teeth videos are uploaded in the playlist. You can check the playlist in channel under dental anatomy. So dental anatomy is all about understanding or studying the teeth. So you need to study under 5 aspect: buccal, lingual, mesial, distal and occlusal, and little bit about the root anatomy and the tooth numbering system, chronology and dimensions. Okay, and with neat diagrams you need to write the answers. So I'll come up with another topic in dentistry and more. Thank you.